It's 24 days until the Fred Whitton and I haven't done a long ride in nearly 2 months. So I need this. 87 miles through the Mid-Wales mountains. It starts out stunning, but the final climb nearly broke me.
Being extremely fatigued and needing to train for the Fred Whitton is not a good combination. And the past month, due to that fatigue, I've not been able to go out on a long ride on the weekend, just needing to recover over the weekend from work. So today's ride in Wales, 87 miles with 8,700 feet of climbing, is exactly what the doctor ordered for the Fred. But the start line for this ride is on the West Welsh coast, so I need to get to Birmingham New Street, get on the train for 3 hours to get to the start line. So let's get to it. Not a bad spot to start your ride, is it? Very different to Birmingham. It's a bit breezy. Let's get on the bike and actually explain whilst getting warm. Right, so today's ride, we're starting in Borth. We're riding all the way back to Shrewsbury. Along with the 87 miles, there is 8,700 feet worth of climbing. So very apt for the Fred Whitton, but a similar sort of ratio of miles per feet climbing. We're tackling 4 of Simon Warren's climbs today. Right, let's get to this first climb. Just descend to the bottom of the climb here. Here we go. Bryn Mawr, just under 5 miles long. Averages, I think, 4%, max out 7. So it's a long and steady climb, this one. And in the sun, it's supposed to be very scenic.
Before the ride, I expected this to be the 3rd most scenic climb of the day. But the final 2 miles, wow, you'll see just how wrong I was with that thought at the end of this beauty. But first, we've got to get through the trees.
Okay, morning to you too. That's the first mile down. So far it's been light work. Trees are in the way at the minute, but it just gets higher and higher in the distance. Just look at it. Just look at that.
Cross over this cattle grid and you're at the front door of this Welsh mountain bowl of paradise. Enjoy.
Just under 2 miles left now. Bend left here, carry on up there. More sheepies down there. More views. Right, and that's the end of it. Bryn Mawr. That's a gentle giant, but that is absolutely stunning climb. Right, look at that for a view to finish up on. And if that was the only stunning view, it would be worthwhile. Just look over here and what we've had for the last 4 miles. Oh, this is an absolute hidden gem. In the description, I'll leave the what free word and the Strava segment for this. Get yourself out here and ride this. This was wow. Right, a few pictures for the gram and then let's go. U-turn and time to go back down it. This is gonna be a fun descent. Well, this is a bit rubbish, isn't it? Can't fit through. Right, so we're about 5-10 miles away from Machynlleth Mountain, which is the climb which I've been most excited about today. But after doing that, just Bryn Mawr, Machynlleth Mountain has got a lot to live up to. Let's see if we can be 2 from 2. And also, we can see the sea again. Lovely. Signpost, 9 miles to Machynlleth. I'm probably pronouncing this wrong, but I'm just trying to copy what he said over the train tannoy system. And I still don't think I'm saying it right. They are rather proud of their flag over in Wales, much more than we are back home in England. Going into the town of Machynlleth, called Clock Tower. Here we go, start of Machynlleth Mountain. So it's just over 6.5 miles long. The average is 4%, much steeper than the last climb. It maxes out at 14%. The climb is divided into 3 sections. So the first third, not much climbing, barely going upwards. Then the middle third, starting to go up a bit more, and the final third it ramps up again. I've been told by people who have done it before, the 14% bits are very, very short.
I'd just like to interrupt here and say I think I've been falsely advertised how steep this climb is. You'll find out later on.
Start's not been too bad, but we anticipated that. So that's 2 miles in now. It looks like it's the start of the middle third. We're going to start slowly ramping up. 10% here, just hit 12% then. 13 out. You can see ahead now where those trees are, hugging the road on the right over there. That's where it's going to start kicking up. Yep, that's going to be slow progress up there. Here we go. I start ramping up. We're over 10% again. Slowly getting there. Slowly getting there. This effort is starting to pinch now. About a mile left to the summit now. If I hit 15% then, the view behind me must be amazing. Just can't look at it in a minute. Hope you're enjoying it. As I suffer up this thing. I had to work hard on that bit. Heart rate went to the 170s. Right, where those cars are in a distance, pretty sure that's the summit. So we're in sight. 16% then. Oh, that's steep. 18%. 19%. So peaceful. Even if my heart rate is saying otherwise at the minute. Back in the 170. Here we go. Summit. I think. Oi, oi, oi. Look at that. That is a stunning climb. And on any normal day, would probably be the most scenic climb I'll do on. But I'm still convinced Bryn Mawr at the beginning has knocked it out of the park. But that climb then, Machynlleth Mountain, you do have to work a lot harder on that climb. So if you want a bit more of a challenge, that's the one I would go for. We've got a bit of a tabletop now, and then we've got the long descent back down the other side, and exactly what the doctor's ordered. The first half's been great fun so far, but this second half, this is where the training for the Fred starts kicking in. The fatigue's starting to kick in, especially considering I haven't done a long ride. So the previous one, which we got a vlog of, was in Snowdonia. And for that was a almighty challenge. Going up the Cowlid and I think like another 7 climbs. It was ridiculous that day. Through the Conway Valley. Yeah, this next 45, this is where I'll know how much training I've lost, how much I've gained from a rest. Right, let's talk in procrastinating. Let's go get to it. Go get to the next climb, which is Hendre Mountain. Right, so Hendre Mountain is just under 3.5 miles long, averages 4%, maxes out 20%.
Sorry to interrupt again. Correction, 25% is the max gradient.
But it looks like the first two and a bit miles is a dawdle, not much of a problem at all. But the final mile looks very tough. Like if you look at the graph here, just goes like steadily up, then boom, like vertical. Tired legs, that's gonna hurt. Nice and steady so far, nothing crazy, which we're expecting. Yep, I can see it. That last bit looks nasty. Just saw a 20% road sign around this bend. Yep, there it is. Low gear, okay. Understood. Straight into the 42. Wahoo is predicting here that it's going to take me longer to do this last mile than the previous 2 miles. 15%. And it's only getting steeper around this bend. Wow, no, Wahoo saying 23% here. Oh, that bump in the road wasn't good then. Jesus. 22. What's around that bend? Please ease off. Still going 20. Heart rate's gone over 180. We're into the mid-teens again. Nearly there to a flat bit. Here we go. Flattens off, but look in the distance. About 11 o'clock. It ramps up again. Right, I'm gonna go nice and easy, nice and slow. Recharge batteries. Ready to go again. Bit like I did when I went up Hard Knot Pass last year. Took my time in the middle section, ready for the ramp at the end. Similar strategy here. Yep, that is a wall. That should have wallpaper on it, not a tarmac. 20%. Jeez. Third of a mile left. The hard stuff done. Back into single digits now. Oh, and we're done. Hendre Mountain even. Done. That was hard work. That was very much a lot of hard work. Just that final mile would have been worthy being on the Simon Warren Climbs of Wales list on its own. Right, so how are the legs feeling after that? They performed better than I was hoping, which I'm happy with. Not that it got me up there massively fast, but it's more just like I could have done it for longer, which considering I've got over 50 miles in the legs now, that's what I was concerned about. I was like, well, will there still be a kick?
Well, that kick may have felt strong on Hendre Mountain, but it almost disappeared in the final climb. Let's head to Welshpool and see the suffering really kick off in the final 20 miles.
I just stopped at a junction and put my foot down. My right quad has just cramped. Oh, that hurt. Oh, that's not what I need. It'll be interesting to see now how that right quad copes with the last climb. Will it be a strong finish or a limp over the end? Let's go for it and see what happens. Right, so the ironic thing about this climb, it's the shortest climb today at 1.8 miles long, and its name, Long Mountain. The irony. Right, so this is 1.8 miles long, average is 9%, max is 17%. This one's got a sting with a leg which is just cramped. Not ideal at all. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wow, wow, wow. Whoa. That did not feel clever. Hamstrings this time. Okay. Okay. Considering this is going to get steeper, the signs are not good, but we soldier on. Let's take our time. Let's just focus, getting to the top. I've had this happen to me before. Bioculars. I had to stop for cramp, rested for a few minutes, got some liquid in me, and got all the way to the top. So far so good. Just nursing this ride now. That doesn't look appealing. Up ahead. Okay, now I've got here, it doesn't look quite as bad. Still steeper than what my legs want at the minute though. 3/4 of a mile left. Slow and steady here. This may not be the Long Mountain in terms of distance today, but in effort and how it's feeling at the moment, feels comfortably the longest climb today. Painfully slow, but we're getting there.
Very hard this hill.
Cheers, mate.
Okay.
More steep stuff ahead. No, I do not need to put my foot down. Get that foot out of your head. You just need to take your time. We are neither. This has been long. I'm done. I am absolutely done.
I think the weather gods were impressed with my determination on Long Mountain, so for the final 15 miles back to Shrewsbury station, they granted me a nice 10-mile-per-hour tailwind to push me back into England and the train back home to Birmingham. And that wraps up my first long ride in a long time, and I got everything I needed from it. Miles in the legs, 4 more climbs ticked off, and proof that I can still ride a big hilly route even after a break. A couple more long rides before May the 11th and I'll be ready for the Fred Whitton. That build up also includes the 100 climb sportive in the Surrey Hills, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that vlog, and of course the Fred Whitton vlog itself.
Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Up another climb on 2 wheels.